Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to New Day, New Game. And today we're playing Revenant March. Now, I would like to thank the folks over at Strandline Games for letting me try this game out for free. Yeah, it's a visual novel of some sort. I don't think it's like a romance type visual novel. I don't think, but it looks like it's maybe more fantasy, possibly. So that could be cool. So let's see what we got. The spirit knows I'm following. Plumes of purple smoke rise from the ground and scatter, carried by the wind and those traversing the streets. Normal people can't see it, but this at least is a harmless haze, nothing worse than chimney vapor. It can control its excretions. Ew. Otherwise, an exorcist would have intervened long ago. Maybe one already did. It leaves me a trail of its existence, like footprints in a desert. I dare not quicken my pace, lest it change its mind. After a while, I find myself in a tight corridor. The stench of forgotten garbage clings to the walls. It might be more of a horror visual novel from this a little bit. I glanced at the uh, at the screenshots and the little blurb there on Steam. It says in a fortress besieged by ghouls, a young exorcist must use power, diplomacy, and inhuman languages to unravel grudge spanning generations. And I saw like some sword play, I think, in the screenshot. So that's why I was thinking more fantasy, but it might be more horror. That could be interesting. A dead end. And the mass of purple strands, one towers above the others, shrinking as I approach until it becomes a speck, a gemstone. Do you speak our language? Do you jest? Thought so. Why are you here? Oh, that was a spirit asking, why are you here? No, why are you? Okay. I'm assuming deal with it. For an exorcist and this is spirit, I'm assuming we gotta get rid of it. There's a price on your head. Oh, wow. We're not just an exorcist. We're a bounty hunter exorcist. Dang. This is like the Boba Fett. or now Mando of spirit dealers. Or your body, I guess. So you're here to hunt me, just like you did that one. Who? The life you took for power. As always, nothing gets by a spirit, especially one this ancient. It senses the essence in my satchel. I know you won't believe me, but I got this voluntarily. You're right, I don't believe you. I'm not here to debate your morality. You need to leave. I shared long before any of you. This is Earth, my land, my home. Wipe your feet, dang it. It's also Renslow, a city of people. You have the gall to drive me out. You set poison in this district. Many are sick as a result. Why should I care? It hovers closer. I apologize. Your numbers have grown large, uncomfortable. I simply thought to scare some away. The most affected are children. Their mothers begged me to stop this, to stop you. The spirit falls silent for a while. Are we gonna take money from the mothers of sick children? Those mothers had begged me. They'd done so thinking that the culprit was nothing more than a disaster, a monster, mindless, heartless. But I can tell that it's thinking right now about what it has done, who it has hurt. You're not like the other seers. You're someone who sees. Reason. Perhaps we can negotiate. What do you want? Tell the other seers that you kill me. I'll stop hurting people, even if it means sharing my home with your kind. I want to live. Will he keep his word? Maybe for the next century, but after that? How long until tolerance runs short, before memories fade? If this place belongs to it as much as it belongs to us. Okay. Giving us choices really early on. That's cool. I'll let you go. Promise me that you'll never hurt anyone again. I promise. Okay, you're free. Fall silent again, unsure perhaps of whether to believe my words. On my mother's memory, I vow that I will not kill you. Unless you do some crazy, unless you break it first. You're an interesting human. I just understand who the true enemy is. True enemy. What? Hate? Misunderstanding, stuff like that. Spirit dissipates into the night, leaving not even a speck of its existence behind. I let out my breath and turned to leave. Should I be impressed or disappointed? The voice melts from the darkness. I twist my head back and forth, but can't see anything. Monster like that was right in front of you, and you let it go. Is that what an exorcist should do? Or is it because you're fake? Feel free to come here and find out. Did you let the monster go because you were afraid? What's in a monster? And I did it because it was right. Tell me, Olenine. Is it Olenine or Olenine? I'm going to say Olenine. If you were against, say, 5 of those at once, what would you do? Reach into my satchel and touch the vial, priming its power. How do you know my name? I know more than your name, Olenine of Triftus. Apparently he knows my address too. But why don't you start by answering my questions? I'd reason with him. That'd be the smart thing to do. Whether it's 5 or 500, I'll find a peaceful solution. That's the least I owe them. Integrity against the odds, a brave choice. I see in you the resolve to stay true to your principles. That stubbornness also restricts you, makes you predictable. But if you had to choose between saving one person you care about and 100 people you don't, who would you save? I mean, I'd rather not make that choice. I guess if I had to. Well, for one thing, I guess if I had to pick between just those 2 options, I'd pick the 100. Because that would really suck for the person I saved. Be like, I would never be able to tell them, because if someone did that for me, I'd be like, dude, what were you thinking? Just kill me, I'd be like, I can't live with this responsibility, so I would be like that. So I wouldn't want to put somebody else through that, although it would not be easy, which of course is the, something like that would not. If it was easy, it'd be weird. I guess the 100 because I'm feeling like he's only giving me 2 real options in this one. But I mean, I would, in a situation like that, I would do what I could to save everyone. Everyone has people they care about and those who care about them. Can't sacrifice their happiness for just my own. And you're destined to lead an unhappy life. Yet your impartiality can be advantageous in the right situation. So long as you can really keep it. Last question. Why is this quiz time? Go back in time, would you do it? Would you change your past? Oh. Part 2 was, would you change your past? I'd be like, yes. I'd watch shows and play video games I'd missed. I would use that time to get caught up. But would I change things enough for me? Probably not. If I live my life thinking that, then I'll never be able to move forward. My mistakes are my own, a part of me, and I accept them. An admirable answer. But how long will you be able to maintain it? Are you done? Yes, thank you for indulging my curiosity. There's a job waiting for you. This doesn't seem like the kind of place to discuss a job. Or do you seem like the kind of employer I'd want to work for? The employer's name is Erwith Snowdrift. Cool. Snowdrift? I've heard that name before. I'm guessing from the north. Or the south, depending on, you know, the side of the equator you're on. What does one of the biggest merchants in the kingdom want with me? You'd be surprised at what the biggest merchants in the kingdom want. Then again, he could live in like the hottest area in the world and it'd just be ironic, you know. Like this guy named Snowdrift living like in the desert. While somebody whose last name is Sandy, you know, lives in the polar ice cap. This job requires your immediate commitment. I will need you to come with me. And if I refuse, I assure you that your compensation will be attractive. If I go with you now, then I'll lose the money from this job. You're going to take money from this job? But you'll profit, extraordinarily so. Because you're not being offered money, but that which the survivor of Triftus wants most in this world. He emphasizes his last words, his voice measured and confident. What I want the most in the world? How would he know that? Then again, I know better than to underestimate a merchant's information network. If it's Erwin Snowdrift, then maybe. Well, would you like to hear more? Take my hand out of my satchel and let it drop to my side. I can't trust him. But neither can I ignore his words. Fine. Let's go. No matter how small the chance, I have to take it. A carriage waits for us in the street. A man opens the door for me with a smile that I don't bother returning. He doesn't come in with me, but closes the door. The windows are blocked so that I can't see where we're going. Like a prisoner, I'm surrounded by darkness. Hours pass. Morning should have arrived by now. We must have left Renslow, otherwise I would be hearing the hoofbeats of other horses. The cries of babies and roosters. Those children should be fine now. They were never in grave danger, at least not yet. Okay, well that's good. Where are we going? Transylvania? Hope that everything goes well for them. Even though I don't really want to, I find myself thinking about the spirit. Did I really make the right choice? By letting it go, did I condemn others to die? Did I commit another sin? Or would the sin have been the murder? Are they going to say that I'm being contradictory? That by letting it live, I possibly doomed many others to die. So what I said about saving many instead of one, I did the opposite before. Tonight, the chance to live just because of what it is. The spirit, didn't it already have a chance? Would it really be alive? And what are we? And what we are? Before I can think of an answer, the carriage stops and I emerge into the light. The caravan stretches as far as I can see, with tents that line the forest's edge. The forest itself is a dense wall of trees, enveloped by a strange phenomenon. A green fog. I'm sorry. I had to let it go. I just couldn't hold it in. It'll pass. Like I did. My apologies for the transit. It was less about not letting you see and more about not letting anyone see you. He gestures towards the biggest tent. Come inside. Where's Erwin? Erwin Snowdrift at your service. I say it's a pleasure to meet you, but, well, you know. Couldn't we have this talk way back then? Why do you have to drag me out here? Before you take a moment, orient yourself to this sudden twist. Why don't you just tell me? Because people can say interesting things to nameless men. I'm sure that you don't need it, but you can take this as a lesson. Never assume to know who someone is. Now then, before I tell you the details of this job, I'd like to confirm your background. 7 years ago, Triftus was one of the largest cities in this land. From the outside, it seemed that its people were flourishing, causing the city to grow at an exponential rate. Then, at least according to public knowledge, an army of the dead was summoned, and in just one night, Triftus was gone. You're the sole survivor of that incident. Since then, you became an exorcist who is not acknowledged by the kingdom and is thus not subservient to it. I'm right so far. I nod. Good. Despite not being an official exorcist, you seem more than capable enough. I also need someone who can be discreet, which your more official colleagues are rather notorious at failing at. And as the survivor of Triftus, I assume that you're familiar with ghosts. I have a ghost problem. Revenants or ghouls? I'm assuming Revenant, since this is Revenant March, not Ghoul March. Suppressing ghouls is difficult. Facing a Revenant is suicide. Well, that's just the kind of expertise I'm hiring you for. The infested area is my hometown of Grimac, which we are outside right now. 4 days ago, the forest that surrounds the town became impenetrable. Because of fog? Precisely. I've sent several scouting parties inside. All of them report walking straight for hours, only to end up right back where they started. They also constantly heard the sound of rain, but never got wet. So you want me to solve your problem and save Grimac without the kingdom finding out? More people who learn about this, the worse it will be for business. Your job is to rescue my daughter. He hands me a piece of parchment. I unfold it. How old are you, Olenine of Triftus? 17. 2 years more than Mara. The only thing I want you to do is bring my daughter back to me. How you accomplish that is up to you, but keep in mind that this is your greatest and only priority. And my reward? When I have my daughter again, you will have what you seek. How do you even know what I want? Because there's only one thing that a survivor seeks, especially the survivor of such a tragedy. Need I elaborate? No. Just keep your word. What would a survivor want? Fit into another group? Revenge? I don't think we're the revenge type, or at least my answers so far have not been revenge-ish. My apologies for not giving you a chance to better prepare yourself. It's fine, I knew what to expect given how you approached me. But I do have one question. If all you've seen is this fog, then what makes you think it's the doing of a ghost? Let's call it a merchant's intuition. When you arrive in Grimac, show this to the captain. Hands me a token with an engraving of an apple. The snowdrift emblem. Oh crap, is this guy basically Steve Jobs? Yeah, it's Steve Jobs. I was about to say Mark Wahlberg, but that would be different because I was trying to think of Mark Zuckerberg, which is not the guy behind Apple. That's the Facebook guy. It is Steve Jobs. I get mixed up sometimes. Anything else I need to know? Nothing important, just a word of caution. I do not deign to understand more about your work than you do. Yet monsters may not be the only threat you face on the other side of this forest. Meaning? Grimac is a small town, its citizens as close as family. Even if you cannot make everyone trust you, do not let anyone hate you. I wish you luck, Olenine of Triftus. He lifts his hand in farewell and walks back to his tent. The forest appears even more massive up close, stretching upwards far beyond my sight. I grasp Erwin's token and enter. Interesting story so far. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Yeah, pretty interesting so far. I'm betting that he did something. I mean, I bet he sold something or found something, bought something that pissed off a spirit or something, and that's what happened because he was like, "Call it a merchant's intuition," you know. He knows more than what he's letting on. I feel so. So yeah, that's what I'm betting. Um, as far as that goes, but yeah, this is where I'm going to call it. Pretty good intro so far. Now the link will be down in the description below if you want to check the game out for yourself. See what happens here. The game is $5 regular price. It is on sale for 50 cents off until January 27th. So that is a little bit over a week. Yeah, a little bit over a week. It'll be on sale 50 cents off. So yeah, check the game out for yourself if you want to find out more. See what all the choices do and all that stuff. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like. Let me know what you thought and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next one. Later there, folks.